In this tutorial, I am going to share some kids' hair care tips and show you how to get those twists to stay locked together. This is Khaleesi, my friend Kelly's daughter. As you can see, she's got a lot of hair like her mother, so her go-to style is having her hair blown out and then braided by another stylist. And every now and then, her hair will be styled like what I am going to show you now, or a silk press once a year. Just like you need for your hair, your kids need scalp care too. In most cases, more so if they are very active and you tend to let them go longer between wash days. Khaleesi just had braids taken out, so her mother removed some of the shed hair before bringing her to me, but there's definitely still some in there. The scalp clarifier is going to come to the rescue here and remove buildup and outdoor pollutants. This foaming pre-shampoo treatment is packed with essential vitamins and botanicals to improve scalp health. It has salicylic acid to gently exfoliate, unclog follicles, and remove those dead skin cells, which will reduce flaking. This formula also has sea kelp to help strengthen hair and increase scalp circulation, and Indian winter cherry to reduce hair loss and damage. Khaleesi loves the cooling sensation of this treatment. This girl is always down for a little scalp massage. After rinsing out, I am going to use the Ultimate Hydrator Shampoo. This is a sulfate-free, pillow-soft, creamy shampoo made with botanicals like marshmallow root to improve elasticity, essential oils like carrot seed oil to stimulate growth, and repairing proteins like hydrolyzed wheat protein to strengthen and repair. This is the step in the wash day process that facilitates moisture absorption the most. This cleanser helps begin the detangling process by loosening those clumps of hair while it removes buildup and repairs damage to reduce breakage. Now I am going to apply the elasticity restoring treatment all over so it can begin to absorb, and then I will go through and detangle in sections with the new FHI Heat Unbrush. Khaleesi is very tender-headed, and there's lots of shed hair tangle in here. The Unbrush is specifically designed to glide without breaking the hair, and it lets you get through larger sections without the tears. If you haven't tried this brush on your kids or yourself, you definitely should. I am impressed with how much time this brush saves and how easy it makes detangling. I have a discount code for additional savings in the description box below this video for you. Kids need protein moisture balance too. I get asked a lot if MoKnowsHair products are okay for kids, and the answer is yes. Your little ones need just as much care for their strands as you do. Kelly has been using MoKnowsHair products on Khaleesi since the first collection dropped back in 2019 when she was 2.5 years old. If you've been watching all the tutorials, you probably remember her from here. She's 7 now. Kids are like little clocks, just showing you how fast time really moves. What happened to this little baby? This elasticity restoring treatment is specifically formulated to repair the lipid barrier of strands to help retain more moisture and reduce frizz while strengthening the hair. It has hydrolyzed quinoa, the only protein with all 9 essential amino acids that act as natural strengtheners to protect the hair shaft, mongongo oil to prevent moisture loss by creating a protective barrier on the cuticle layer, and mango seed butter to restore elasticity. This set of key actives is going to help improve the overall health of the hair and retain length by reducing breakage. After getting all the sections detangled, which only took about 10 minutes of real time, I am going to cover with a processing cap and let this sit for another 8 to 10 minutes and then rinse it out. Now I am going to saturate the hair with curl primer and brush it through with a Tangle Teezer brush to make sure that it is evenly distributed, and then I'm going to clip her ends. I know sometimes it can be difficult to find stylists that do services for kids, but if you can, get their ends trimmed at least 2 to 3 times per year. Like all kids, Khaleesi plays outside, rolls around in the ground, all of it, so protection is very necessary. Starting with the scalp clarifier to the elasticity restoring treatment and now the curl primer, she is treated at every stage of the wash day process. This spray is good for scalp and hair, refreshing styles, keeping hair protected in braids and sew-ins, locks, all of it. It's a holy grail type of leave-in treatment that will detangle, hydrate, nourish, and protect hair during styling and in the days after. After the ends are trimmed, I am going to part her hair ear to ear across the crown and down the middle, and then clip the sections away, I will install 2-strand lock twist using the smoothing pudding. The smoothing pudding is a rich, creamy styler that is made to glide through and absorb into strands, giving flexible hold. It has aloe leaf juice as its base to hydrate while it strengthens, meadow foam seed oil to reduce moisture loss and create a silky smooth finish, and mango seed butter to prevent moisture loss and improve elasticity. All of the formulas are concentrated, so a little goes a long way. You don't have to overdo it, especially when you're twisting or braiding or rodding hair. You don't want excess product oozing out everywhere like cake batter. That's a surefire way to end up with flaking or sticky residue. That's applicable to any product with hold, not just these. If you have excess product after twisting, blot it away with a microfiber towel. You might be asking yourself by now, what is a lock twist? Well, it is a more twisted twist in a sense because you are twisting each of the 2 strands before twisting them together. That is going to help keep the twist together after it's dry and give more definition. I'm winding a section in my right hand while the left is holding the other section, crossing over and then repeating. Same hand motions as a regular twist, just with the added twirl of each section. If you feel like your child's twists are always puffy or unwinding on you, this should help make them more secure and smooth. Let me slow my hands down for you so you can see what I mean. I am using roller clips at the root to keep the twist secure and flat until the roots are dry. For the ponytails in the front, I am using smoothing pudding and a Denman boar bristle brush to gather it and will secure with a fabric wrapped ponytail holder. Then I will lock twist the ponytails. This cream is also great as a hairdress to smooth hair into styles like this. It's going to hold and also be flexible enough to refresh with a little water or curl primer in the days after. Fabric wrapped ponytail holders are good to get the grip you want without causing breakage like rubber bands can do. You can also use satin ponytail holders for even more slip if you feel like there's always a fight to take hair down later. After getting all the twists installed, I am going to have Khaleesi sit under the hooded dryer on low heat for about 30 minutes to get the roots of her hair dry and at least most of the way on the twist. She's got a snack, her iPad, and I have explained to her that this is a big girl rite of passage. If you have a hard time getting your little one to sit under the dryer, just try to do their hair early as possible in the day so that it has time to at least air dry at the root before you cover it for bed. You should not be going to bed with wet hair on your scalp. That will create a warm, damp, dark breeding ground for fungus to grow, which manifests as itchy, flaky scalp and can cause inflammation. You don't necessarily need one of these standing dryers unless you just want one, so I will link you all to a more practical, less space-taking dryer below this video. She surprisingly sat under the dryer longer than I thought she would, so after 45 minutes, her hair is almost completely dry. I am going to wrap the ponytails into space buns and use bob pins to secure them. Then I'm going to remove all of the clips, add a little finishing oil, more on this one later because I'm still working on it. And last, I will add some of those little braid cups you get from the beauty supply for a little razzle dazzle. You can see how tightly the twists are holding from that little extra twirl of each section. You can make these smaller if you want. Installing more of them will probably make it stay neater longer if you know your child is a wild one. Khaleesi was thoroughly amused by her cute hairstyle. As you can see, she cannot stop looking at herself in the camera. At night, her mom will tie a silk scarf around the perimeter and cover it all with a bonnet. I had her come back over 4 days later so I can show you how this looks untwisted. This is a great style for kids because they can keep the twist in for most days and then you can let them down when it's close to wash day. That keeps you from having to do their hair over and over every day, which keeps the manipulation and tussling back and forth with them to a minimum. Since Khaleesi rarely gets to wear her hair down, baby, you couldn't tell her nothing with these defined, hydrated, smooth, beautiful twists. She was just swinging that hair back and forth all up in the mirror with it. I hope you all learned some things that you can apply to you and your little one's routines. You will find links to all of the tools that I used in the About section below this video, and you can get the entire MoKnowsHair collection now at MoKnowsHair.com.